Hillary Clinton, former presidential candidate, former Secretary of State, former Senator of New York, was here on campus. So we're going to talk about it. Hillary Clinton comes to Red Hot Country. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton came to Montclair State University for the Women's History Month celebration hosted by Bob Menendez. Other people in attendance were Senator Bob Menendez, obviously, Representative Mike Sherrill, and Mayor of Hillside, Dahlia Vertrice. Clinton was the keynote speaker and said, end quote, recognizing women's rights, even enshrining those rights in laws and constitutions, is not the same as achieving full equality, end quote. The former New York senator also talked about the overturning of Roe versus Wade and how it affects women's rights. Clinton said, end quote, we have to do everything in our power to make sure our daughters and granddaughters won't live in an America that sees them as second-class citizens, end quote. The purpose of the event was to honor Menendez's late mother, Evangeline Menendez, and recognize 5 women with awards. Menendez said, end quote, just as we celebrate 100 years since the Equal Rights Amendment was first proposed in Congress, we must redouble our efforts to protect fundamental rights that are under assault, end quote. Did anybody here go to the event and see Hillary Clinton or Bob Menendez?
It was kept very under wraps that she was visiting. If I had known, I probably would have gone. That's interesting.
Sal DiMaggio
went. Sal DiMaggio went. That is true. He was our news director, and now he's part of the Montclarian. So he was probably covering for the Montclarian. So shout out to him. I was here on campus. I was here in the School of Comm actually when Hillary Clinton was here.
Were you deliberately here? Or you just happened to be here?
I just happened to be here. I was just doing a class project
on a Sunday. Wow.
On a Sunday. I'm a responsible person. I was doing a class project here at the School of Communication.
Good for you.
And, you saw the TVs, the TVs everywhere, the School of Comm has a lot of TVs in the hallways, and they all had, a transmission of the event. And I saw Bob Menendez talking. I saw Dahlia Vertrice, the mayor of Hillside, talking, and I also saw Hillary Clinton talking on that TV. I didn't see her in person, but she was like in memorial. She was right next door.
A few buildings over from us.
So it's interesting, I was in the vicinity of Clinton. So that was interesting. Yeah, I gotta say.
Yeah, it feels like whenever there's like some speaker here, like I know Montclair is like a pretty well-established college, but every time that happens, it's like, wow, this person is here. It's just it's insane to see.
Like, why us?
This person who has been through everything, who's been in the White House multiple times, is walking around the same steps that I do. You know, when I'm going to class getting Dunkin' Donuts or something. It's crazy. It's crazy.
She's right next to the vending machine I use, and like
wow, maybe she used the same vending machine.
Bro, she may have gotten the M&Ms, I guess.
Sometimes it's like a shock because like you would think she'd want to go to like an Ivy League, like Princeton.
Yeah, like Princeton or Rutgers even, and she's here. Red Hot Country. Let's ride. Anyways.
Is she a Red Hawk now?
Clinton a Red Hawk?
Oh my God.
Rocky fam.
Rocky Pebbles.
And Clinton. But yeah, it was a good activity, and obviously today we're talking about women's rights, which is something that every day we should talk about, and every day we should commemorate women's history. So it's not only a month; it should be the whole year. Be aware of women's rights. So this is what I saw and what I heard, because you could hear what they were saying through the TV. It was good. It was good. They were creating awareness, and there was this one part that I didn't end the story, but I'll say right now. They had a moment where Girl Scouts came to the stage and did the Pledge of Allegiance, and it was very, very cute and
That's
very
so cool.
because as a Boy Scout or Girl Scout, you gotta learn the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Republic, which stands for one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah.
I was a Boy Scout, so I know that by heart. So it was very cute and very interesting to see the Girl Scouts right next to Hillary Clinton and Bob Menendez. So anyways, we got more stories for you guys, and I'm not going to talk about Clinton the whole hour.
This one's a heavy one.
Yeah.
maybe just I don't know, for me, maybe others, probably half the
Yeah, we were
country.
talking about women's right earlier, so it's important
Oh yeah.
to talk about this story too. So
Yeah, happy Women's Month.
Mm.
But like as South bans abortion, thousands turned to Illinois clinics. Since Roe v. Wade was overturned last June, and 11 southern U.S. states have mostly banned pregnancy termination, hundreds of women travel each week to South Illinois. Every day in the clinic, it's busy, according to those who work there. What was once a 2-day wait for an abortion has become 3 weeks. Some employees are working 10-hour days. They've opened the clinic on Saturdays, and they're considering opening on Sundays. Once those who need an appointment finally get one and travel miles to Illinois for it, they are faced with anti-abortion advocates in neon hazard vests outside the facility, frantically trying to wave passerby down at the gates, hoping to talk them out of what they're about to do. In response to the overwhelming need for appointments, the staff developed an emergency plan that would convert some patient rooms normally reserved for consultations and other procedures to make more room for abortions. On the rise is a proposed 6-week abortion ban in Florida, which could send even more women from the South seeking abortions up north, as well as a Texas judge soon to rule on a case that seeks to keep a long-used abortion pill off the market. Overall, we're seeing the long-term effect that the Supreme Court ruling has across the country, and
how it affects millions of women around the nation.
yeah, and not even just women too, like obviously it's affecting women or anyone who can become pregnant, but it's also like people working in these facilities having to work way longer days on their weekends as well, and all because of the Supreme Court ruling. And imagine having to travel so many miles to have a safe procedure.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was very honestly so overwhelmed and stressed out, like reading up on this, because it sounds like there's just so many appointments and they can barely keep up.
Yeah,
And
it's devastating. Yeah,
and it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault except the Supreme Court ruling. And that's just my opinion. That my opinion reflects WMSE. It's just an opinion of one person.
Yeah. And you start to see how blessed we are to be living in New Jersey, where it's a state that you can have an abortion and it's accessible. That's the most important thing.
Accessible. And it's a lot easier to access, and that's something that bless you. It's something that feels like safe in New Jersey, and it's like, for me, a peace of mind thing, and probably for a lot of people in similar states or also in New Jersey, but I can't help but think of people who aren't as lucky and live in a different state, and how that must be really just stressful.
It is. And I've heard, I remember when I became an exchange student. I was an exchange student when Roe versus Wade was overturned, and one of my peers who was doing the exchange program, me coming from Puerto Rico, but she was coming from Wyoming. And in Wyoming, they were going to do a full ban if Roe versus Wade overturned. So she was very worried about her rights, and how she was telling me, I remember this, that she would have to go to another state that was close by, if I'm not mistaken, Nevada. And you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be, you should be able to do these procedures safely anywhere you are. So it's sad to see.
Yeah, it's scary how once it was overturned, how so many southern states were really, really quick to ban stuff, and they're still continually banning stuff.
Yeah,
like banning a pill, like that's, I don't know, like that. I don't know. It's
no, it's sad. It's sad.
Leaves me in disbelief every single time I think about it.
No, yeah, it's yeah. I'm in disbelief too. And this one I love. Since I was a kid, I love space.
Me too.
And I'm a big Star Wars fan, so space has been part of my life a lot. So 5 planets will align this week. Space, the final frontier. During this week, we will be able to see 5 planets align in the night sky. We will see Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Mars line up with our moon. The best way to see this amazing spectacle is tomorrow night by looking at the western horizon after sunset. The 5-planet get-together can be seen from any point in the world. NASA astronomer Bill Cook said, and quote, "That's the beauty of this planetary alignment. It doesn't take much to see the planet alignment," end quote. Cook said, "You should be able to see Jupiter, Venus, and Mars without binoculars. Mercury and Uranus are harder to spot without binoculars or a telescope. It's normal for planets to align. It happened last summer and it's going to happen in June. So in case you missed it this week, you can see it in June. But hey, this is pretty interesting. You know, we're going to be able to see those 5 planets align.
That's so cool. And
That
that's
is cool.
tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow night
After
after
sunset.
sunset, looking at the western horizon. So for
I'm
example,
so excited.
right now I'm looking north because New York is on my right, New York east, so western horizon the other way. So if you're looking at New York, you're looking the wrong way.
I don't know.
Look at the other way.
Look where New York isn't.
Yeah, look at the opposite side. So
Wait,
to the
what-
west.
I think I'm
The
gonna
west
be in
side.
class when this is happening.
Oh,
I might ask to leave class just to look at this.
or just a little
Because
bathroom
this is-
break, and then
This
you
is
just look at it.
science. I might literally tell my professor, like, yo, I want to
hey,
look at
if you
planets.
miss it, you can see it in June. You can see
Yeah,
it
but I
in
want to
June
see
in
it
summer.
now
Oh, then yeah.
or tomorrow night.
Just take a hey, I gotta go, and then you go look at it at the western
Yeah.
horizon, and then
I
go
think
back to class.
Being in the office would be able to see it.
If you're
You have to
yeah,
go
exactly. You have to
outside.
go outside.
Yeah, our office view of WMSC has a lovely.
New York City skyline view.
It's great.
That's
Not for
the
this
wrong
though.
Not
the
for
wrong
this,
way
but
for
it's the
this.
wrong way. You gotta look.
It
the
is really
west
pretty
side.
though. Yeah.
So the western horizon, guys, you gotta look at that, and you'll be able to see the amazing 5 planets line. Well, at least you know if you're looking without binoculars, you'll see, as I said in the story, you're gonna see Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. But if
Venus.
you want to see Uranus and Mercury, you gotta see with binoculars, guys, or telescope.
You keep making me laugh because
Come on,
you're saying
grow up. Anyways.
what? What?
They all call me immature.
Wait, I feel like I missed
Okay,
something.
Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We got another story for you guys. Pope Francis and artificial intelligence. Yes. Did you anybody see Pope Francis drip
Yes.
recently?
Yes.
No.
He was wearing a white puffer jacket, and it was insane. I was like, wow, Pope Francis.
So it,
It's the
so it-
Latino in him, man.
so-
He got it. He got it.
so it is deep fake.
It is
I didn't
fake.
know.
It is not deep fake. Artificial
yeah.
intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Sadly, he doesn't have those type of outfits, at least that we know of.
Oh,
The power of technology made this drip a reality. An AI tool called Midjourney is responsible for the image that went viral on Twitter and Reddit. This picture of Pope Francis with a white puffer jacket fooled many users on Twitter. One Twitter user tweeted, and quote, "The Pope is a fashion icon. Respect the drip," end quote. Experts say you can decipher if a picture is made by Midjourney if you look at the hands. The AI image generator has difficulty creating hands. Midjourney was also used to create images of former President Donald Trump getting arrested. So I'm gonna show guys, you know, the people watching Health Plus, I'm gonna show you this picture of Pope Francis with his amazing drip. But guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about Pope Francis and this whole
I
debacle?
like the memes, but AI is a scary thing.
AI, it is a
agree.
scary
I just
thing.
watched Megan last night before going to bed, and I was reminded of just how intense AI could potentially get. Mind you, Megan's a funny movie, but
Yeah, look at this. It looks good. Like I know, right? I'm like,
I mean,
wow.
he looks toasty.
But if
who
you
thought this was
But if you
real?
look at the hands, see the hands look weird,
Yeah, the hands look
and that's how
off.
you can spot it.
Yeah, that like who would just like walk with their hand like
And there's
that?
other people who have made different edits because okay, I don't know if you guys have been able to use Midjourney. It's very easy to use, and you just put a prompt. Like for example, I guess this person put Pope Francis in a white puffer jacket or something like that. And it'll give you options like different pictures of that same prompt. And yeah, it's the one that went viral though is this one.
I'm okay with, AI and stuff. It is scary. It is scary. I'm okay with it if it's making this.
Yeah,
Not when it's like
when it's creating.
when it like talks to people, when it
yeah.
talks to government officials.
Mhm.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
When it's making Pope Francis in a puffer jacket, I'm all here for it.
You're all here for this.
That's a great picture.
It is a great picture.
Speaking of did you see the Trump ones?
Yes, and I'm gonna share them with you
It's
guys. I
so-
want you to guys see them too.
Those
I
are-
don't know if we shared them last week, but I'm gonna share them right now. Trump AI arrest. I'm googling right now. This is live, guys. This is live. This is one.
It's
live
the one,
Google.
the one with
No,
him,
this one was
the
great
one with
too.
him
I
running.
can't.
The one with
Yeah.
him running in like Central Park is my
should've
favorite
laughed.
one.
If you want to see these images, you can see them in Talk Plus TV. We're going live right now, sharing the screen for you guys so you can see the Trump arrest ones.
These are kinda
These are the ones
funny.
that went viral on Twitter.
They
These
look
two-
There's
so
one.
real.
There's
Yeah.
one. Scroll down. There's one that's my favorite one with him running away. Like scroll down on like right there.
Which one?
It's like
Just
right-
the
Oh,
one
I
in the
see.
middle?
This one.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Running.
That's my favorite one.
So if
I
you guys
can't
now.
believe that
So
AI
yeah,
is that
AI
powerful.
AI can be used as a tool for anything, and it includes images. And I've used
Fake
this
news.
a million times. I've used AI a million times, and it's fun.
For what?
It's for fun. I
I've
remember.
never used it. I'm too scared.
I remember.
The entire morning buzz script was written with AI. No,
No.
Not an
no,
entire. Wait, not an entire script.
No.
One story.
Wrote my part.
I know.
One
No,
story.
I know.
One story was written in AI, and it was on purpose. We did a story.
As
You
a
weren't
joke?
here. You
Oh.
weren't here. We
Oh.
wrote a story on Chat GPT, and it was fun.
And
It was-
Chat GPT wrote the story about
Yeah.
Chat GPT.
Well, no,
No?
they wrote a story on vinyl and how vinyl is selling more than CDs.
Good.
You missed that story.
prettier.
You weren't here. I think you were
I
sick.
love vinyl.
I
Yeah.
think you were sick, so you
Last
decided
week-
you weren't here.
If I came on here, y'all would have just wanted to not have ears. Like it was not. It was not.
And we
good
even
for
talked
me.
about Taylor Swift last week. Like you
I
missed
missed
it.
so
You
much.
missed it. But now you're here. Now
Oh,
you're
I'm
here,
sad.
and that's the good thing. And
Taylor
you were
Swift.
able to witness. You were able to witness Pope Francis with the white puffer jacket.
It's all fake though.
It'll. Hey, it looks good.
It's all an illusion. It's,
It's
all
all
a
an
dream.
Like he's more intelligent and ends up becoming real, and then we have doppelgangers.
And then it manifests into a robot and takes
Let's-
over the
let's not
world.
Think about that. Let's not think about that. Let's
All
just
I'm
think about the
saying-
funny Pope Francis picture for now.
I can't laugh at memes. Start.
Oh, Alana, let's not think about that. Come on.
It all starts out so innocent
And
Or it does.
with these memes.
it is. But I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to think about it.
Hey, how can you not think of?
Oh, we got more stories for you guys, and this story for me is the one that has impacted me the most this week. It's such a weird story, and I have to share it for the morning buzz people and the world. So this is what happened. Rapper Jay, or commonly known as Kanye West,
Pause.
yes,
Jay?
Yay,
Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
Jay.
Continue.
Come on, bro. I have an accent.
It's not
Jay?
me.
I
Give
always thought
me-
I thought it was Yi for a while.
Jay.
Jay.
I'm convinced that
Jay.
it's you.
I'm sorry, guys. English is not my first language.
It's not
You're doing great, Victor.
No comment. Okay, let's just comment. I don't know. I
It's
don't know.
yay. It's yay.
Well,
Kanye.
because his name is Kanye.
But
It's
it
Jay.
looks like it should be Yee.
I think you're
No,
overthinking
no,
it.
I think we're overthinking this.
Lana.
Anyways,
No, I'm
rapper.
just joking, Lana.
I haven't
Anyways,
had enough sleep.
Yeah, Kanye West came back to social media with one of the weirdest comebacks from a hiatus. West posted on his Instagram a picture of a poster of the movie 21 Jump Street with the caption, "Watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again." This post comes after West made anti-Semitic comments about the Jewish community. Many Instagram users were shocked and confused about how a movie starring Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum changed West's perspective. Actor Jonah Hill has still not responded to West's comments. So
What the
this
what? What is happening?
I'm gonna share with you guys the post because I think
I really okay, unrelated, but like I also very recently just randomly rewatched the same movie.
whoa.
Oh,
I
it
think
is
I
so
think it's
funny.
for that reason. Like it has to.
No,
be.
like it had not like I don't it had nothing to do with it.
Mm.
And that also was not like the thoughts.
So I'm
I
gonna
was
share with you guys the original post
I woke
so you can have context.
So I woke up.
So this is the post. This is the post.
I don't even know if I want to.
I didn't put the rest of the caption, but it said no one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jewish. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. So that's the post. That's the post. And then with the 21 Jump Street post, not even the US one, it's like the the Irish one, the UK rating. Yeah, look, it says 15 in the corner.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like a UK rating.
This has to be. I what was it, Saturday? He posted this.
Yes.
I woke up. I got a nice night of sleep. Woke up and I saw Kanye West. Thanks Jonah Hill, and now he likes Jewish people.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
What a
fake.
headline.
I thought
What
it
a
was
headline. I know, right? Right. That's how I
Bro,
read the
I
headline. and
saw
was like, what?
somebody else repost it. I don't know who it was. It wasn't Channing Tatum. I'm assuming it was somebody involved behind the scenes. I don't know.
Oh,
the guy.
yes, and
But
Twitter.
somebody was just like, "Thanks for watching."
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That was the
Christopher
one- that was the
Miller.
one
Christopher
produced-
Miller
Watch
was the
it.
director.
Mm.
He retweeted. He was like, "Thank you."
And then I thought it was fake because I'm like, "Ain't no." But then I remembered everything that he did say. It's like every time I think to myself, Kanye been a little quiet. I guarantee he probably thinks the same thing to himself.
Oh,
He
so
probably
I
has.
don't-
Yeah.
I have been a
So-
little quiet.
So
Let me stir
how-
something up again.
So now we're 100% sure his next album will be called Jonah Hill, and it'll be just be a picture of Jonah Hill, and I wouldn't be shocked at that.
Hey, who knows what's happening?
It's
Who knows?
probably gonna be a good album that I'm gonna be ashamed to listen to.
Actually making music.
Who knows at this point? This is the tweet from the director.
Last is
This is the tweet from the director. Thanks for watching? Question mark.
From 2021.
You know, with the post.
That's
Honda.
so funny. He's just
See, like,
I'm just waiting for Jonah Hill's response. You know, Jonah Hill's a
I
funny
don't think
guy.
he's gonna say anything. He's gonna ignore it.
I think he should though. Like it would be so
No.
like it was such a
How would
funny
you
moment.
respond to that? Like in his like there's nothing good you can say.
He'd find a way.
He make a
It's
he
Jonah
he
Hill.
find
No,
a
yeah, he
way
is
and he
Jonah
make fun
Hill.
of it, and I want to see that. I want to see him making fun of
See,
it.
one thing I will say, and it's like it's not a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing artistically, but not a good thing ethically. It's just artists tend to when you look at an artist, when you look at a controversial artist,
Mhm.
and then you look at what's rated to be some of their best work, it always usually tends to stem after a big blowout controversy.
Mhm.
It's like the prime example that I can think of was Chris Brown.
Mhm.
Thing happened to him 2009, or Chris Brown Rihanna said it was 2009.
Mhm.
Exclusive is the set deflated to be Chris Brown's best album ever.
Mhm.
It's what got him all those deals. This was got him all those music contracts. This is how he like jumped himself out into popularity. That was 2011, which sounds like 2 years. No, it was roughly a year because when you look at the actual times,
Mhm.
the Rihanna thing happened late 2009, early 2011. Exclusive drops. Then we don't see or hear anything but Chris Brown for the next decade.
Mhm.
And I feel that
Do you
and there's
think this is
many-
gonna happen with Kanye?
I think so, man.
I don't. I
so.
think.
I
I don't think he. I don't think because with him, like both things are bad. Like anti-Semitism and domestic violence are bad. But
Mm.
I don't know. I think with this, it's gonna be really hard for him to come back
See,
up.
we say that until somebody finds a way.
And you, we'll see what happens.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, oh my God, I hope we forgive Kanye. I'm saying there's a pattern. There's more than Chris Brown. Chris Brown just the most pressing
Mm.
like
It's not-
thing.
yeah.
Because as a long-term fan of Chris Brown, that like of course I recognize what Chris Brown has done in the past, but as somebody who has followed Chris Brown since his first album, this is stuff I know of. And I like if I did like some like research and pulled together some like compilation of artists who've gotten themselves into trouble and then 2 years later release some magnificent work of art, and like I think the
Yeah.
only artist to like not have that much success is Robert Kelly for very obvious reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Robert Kelly.
Yeah,
Full government there.
Yeah, I think with this, it's not if he releases a new album, it's not like people are not going to listen to it.
Absolutely.
Like they're going to listen to it just to see, if he says anything controversial on it, how is the music? Is it the same?
I
People are
also
going
think
to
it's
listen.
because artists tend to, I always make a joke, and it's not really a joke, it's just something funny I say. I always say sad music slaps. And even if you're not sad, it slaps. And it's because artists, when they connect with themselves emotionally, that's when they tend to get more in touch with their craft, which is why sad or angry or extremely emotional music tends to be objectively better than their music just
Yeah,
for the
I
fun
mean,
of
it's
it.
with Kanye's one album was after like a lot of bad things happened in his life, and people consider it his best album. So
He just had a lot to pour into it.
yeah,
Well, guys, sadly, we have to go. This is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Thank you so much for listening to the Morning Bus. I am Victor Muniz Rosa. I was accompanied by Leslie Gallagher, JT Batia, Lana Kapadakis, and Tanner Price. Thank you so much for listening at 90.3. Thank you so much for listening at the iHeartRadio. And thank you so much for seeing us through Hot Plus TV. So, guys, thank you so much for listening, and nos vemos.
90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair.